Good morning, Year 9. Today's lesson is on fractions of amounts. So we're finding a fraction of a quantity is also what it's called. So change the numbers. This is your starter. Change the following improper fractions into mixed numbers. You should all know how to do this because this is in a previous lesson, maybe just a week ago, where you want to change it from being a number with a fraction with a larger number on the top to being a fraction with a whole number part and then a fraction part as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say pause your video for 5 minutes just to give you time to do these 3 questions, okay? And then we'll go through them on the next page. So pause the video now, do your calculations for these questions, and we'll go through the answers. Okay, so change the following improper fraction into mixed number 17 over 5. Well, if we think about how many 5s go into 17, 5 goes into 17 3 whole times, remainder what? So 3 times 5 gives you 15, so 15 up to 17 is 2, so it's a remainder of 2, and then we keep the denominator the same, so it's 3 2/5 for the first one. Give it a tick if you got it right. Next one, 23 over 3. Now, how many 3s go into 23? Well, if we do our 3 times table, I think we get to 21 before we can go any further. So 3 times 7 gives us 21. So 7 is our whole number part. 21 up to 23 is a remainder of 2. And then obviously your denominator is 3. Last one, 49 over 6. How many 6s go into 49? Well, I might have to do my 6 times table until I get there. So 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, 42, 48. Now, I think that's going to be the limit, isn't it? 48. We can't go any higher. So that was 8 times. 48 up to 49 is a remainder of 1. And then we've got a denominator of 6, so 8 and a 6th. Okay, so give yourself a mark out of 3 for those questions. And then we shall get going. So, here is your date and your title. Ignore kind of all this stuff here. It's not actually that important. Just make sure you write your date, your title, and your learning objective. Now, one of the most important things that all this work here is trying to say is that when you have a fraction of an amount, what you're actually doing is multiplying. So I want you to just kind of direct your attention to this bit here. 2/3 of 5 is the same as doing 2/3 times 5. So that's the same thing. If it helps you, I would do something like this. Make yourself a little note. Of means multiply. So when you've got 2/3 of 5, what you're doing is 2/3 times 5. Okay, so what I would do is put that just a little note in your book with a highlighter or something like that. Remember, pause the video at any point just to make sure you've got yourself caught up and then continue it when you're ready. Okay, so here's our first example. Now, sometimes you can get really nice questions where your answer is going to be a nice whole number. So let's have a look at these. First one is 3/4 of 28, and second one is 2/7 of 21. Now we know that this actually means 3/4 times 28, doesn't it? Now what that means is we can either multiply by 3, then divide by 4, or we can divide by 4 and multiply by 3. Now, I think the easiest thing to do here is to divide by 4, then multiply by 3. Remember, we're dividing by 4 because that fraction line means divide by 4. So what we're going to do first is we're going to do 28 divided by 4, which is 7. And then we're going to do that answer and we're going to multiply it by 3, which was the numerator. So 7 times 3, 21. And that right there is our answer. Okay, now do the same thing here, 2/7 of 21. That means 2/7 times 21. Now, we can either times by 2 first and then divide by 7, or we can divide by 7 then times by 2. Again, I think here it would be easier to do 21 divided by 7 first, which would give us 3, and then do 3 multiplied by 2, which gives us 6. So our answer there is 6. So a way you could remember to do this is you times by the top and divide by the bottom. Okay, that's a way that you can always remember to do it. And it doesn't actually matter which way around you do it, whether you decided to times by the top first, then divide, or divide by the bottom and then times by the top. You'll always get the same answer, the right answer. Now we're going to do a couple more that are actually a little bit more complicated, I would say. Okay, because their answers aren't going to be whole numbers. They're going to be fractions, which is why I asked you to do that starter as it was. So 5/8 of 6 and then 4/9 of 12. So we know here that this means 5/8 times by 6. Now I can't do 6 divided by 8, can I? Because I'll get a fraction. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to times by the top first here and then divide by 8 afterwards. So 5 times 6 is 30. And then we've got to do 30 divided by 8. Now we can't do 30 divided by 8 because 8 doesn't actually go into 30. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write it as a fraction. So 30 over 8. And what I can do now is I can change that into a mixed number, and that's going to be my answer. How many 8s go into 30? Well, 8, 16, 24. That's 3 times remainder 6 over 8. So 3 and 6/8 is your answer there. Now you can actually simplify 6/8 to be 3/4. So our answer would actually be 3 and 3/4 because we could divide 6 and 8 by 2. Okay, so see how that's a little bit more complicated because you're not going to get a nice whole number answer, are you? Next, let's have a look at 4/9 of 12. So we can do 4/9 times by 12. So again, what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply by the top first because I think that's going to be easier. And then I'm going to divide by the 9. So 4 times 12 gives me 48. And then I've got to do 48 divided by 9. Now, can I do 48 divided by 9? No, because 9 doesn't go into 48. Let's see, though, if we write it as a fraction, 48 over 9, what's going to happen? So how many 9s go into 48? Well, if I do my 9 times table, 9, 18, 27, 36, 45. So that was 5 times it's going to go in. So 45 up to 48 is going to be 3, remainder 3/9. And I can simplify 3/9 to be 5 1/3. Okay, because we can divide 3 and 9 by 3. Now that's your final answer there. So your final answer up here was 3 3/4, and your final answer down there was 5 1/3. So that's probably the most difficult that it might get, okay? In fact, the questions that I'm asking you to do today all have nice answers, so they're going to be more like these questions here, okay? But I just thought I'd need to show you the more complicated ones so you'd know what to do. So remember, pause the video at any point. Make sure you're copying these examples down, and if you don't understand anything, please let me know and I will try and go through it for you again. So here are the questions that I'd like you to complete. They do get harder, so you start off with your 1 star here, and then just nice 1/3 of 18. That means you would divide by 3 and then times by 1. 24 means you would divide by 6, then times by 1, etc., etc. They get a little bit harder on the 2 stars, but you should be able to do them. Now, 3 stars is for those of you that really want a challenge because they're very, very large numbers. Okay, so if you want a challenge, you can do 3 stars. But if you think you're happy with just doing 1 and 2 stars, that's absolutely fine. But you do need to do this one and this one. Only do this one if you want a challenge. I'll write a little challenge at the top here. Remember, my handwriting is like a 3-year-old because I'm using my finger, okay? So those are the questions I'd like you to do in your books. Now the answers are at the end of this PDF or at the end of this lesson for you to check your answers against a mark, okay? As usual. Now here are your instructions. Please submit a photo of your work to the Google Classroom or to me via email. Any questions, please let me know. You know I'm here all day for you. And obviously you don't have school tomorrow because it's a lovely bank holiday for VE Day. I hope you're doing something lovely for it. I think I'm having a little tea party. I'm going to get baking later on when I don't have to work anymore, I think. So I'm going to have a tea party outside in the garden and I'm going to have a Zoom call with my family, which I think will be lovely. As I said, please let me know if you need anything. Well done to those of you that are consistently setting lovely work for me. I have to say, Macy, Fiza, when you remember to hand it to me, Sophie, you're doing excellently. Lily, you're doing excellently. Crystal, you're doing such great work. The 5 of you, funny that you're all girls, hey? The 5 of you are doing such great things and I want you to keep it up because it's going to be so good for you when you finally get back to school that you've kept this work up. So well done you. Anyway, have a lovely long weekend, Year 9, and I shall see you next week.